Welcome, y'all. I'm fitting to do another show for my dad's old gun, y'all. Every year I want to try doing one of these shows. Like I said, in January the 26th, it'll be 7 years since he's been gone. I want to take this old gun, basically in remembrance of him. But y'all, last year's show done super good. I think it hit a nerve with a lot of y'all out there. I think there's a lot of y'all that's lost somebody very special to you in your life. That sort of helped mold you. That's helped you turn out the way you are. So this show's for them too, y'all. So let's take this old gun. It's an old model 336 Marlin, and like I said, this was his old favorite gun, and really the only rifle he had that he deer hunted. The only rifle he had that he deer hunted. Like I said, he did have 22. But y'all, this whole thing always brings back a lot of memories. This hunt's gonna be, like I said, for y'all too. I hope it brings back a lot of memories for y'all. Like I said, that's all we got of them, y'all. This year, I don't know, on one of my trips I went on, I seen these bullets here. They're the Lever Revolution. I've seen them. I've never seen them in person, but I've seen them advertised. That's a sharp looking bullet for a 30-30, y'all. It's pointed. I've shot it a couple times, and I've got it shooting dang good. It's shooting a little bit high, but I think that's going to give me a little bit more distance, because if you watch my last year's show, you know, I missed that first year. I just clipped across the belly. It was a little further than I thought it was, and I shot low. So, y'all, let's take this gun hunting. Let's head out this morning, see if we might get a deer with this thing. Got pretty good weather. Got sort of an odd wind this morning, a southeast. Means it's finna warm up. But I got a place I want to go with it. I found yesterday that's gonna sort of stretch it out. I can see a little further than I want to with this gun. But I just think it's a good spot this morning. Wind's pretty good. But these new bullets, I think I can give me a little bit more range with it. You know, you watched my show last year, you seen I missed that first one, or I just cut the belly hair off of it. But these bullets, seem like they shoot a little flatter, a little faster. Like I said, I got it shot in. It shows on the chart there about 3 inches high at 100, it's dead on at 200, and it's 12 inches low at 300. So, but knowing that, with that long barrel, it's gonna get the velocity that the box shows. So, hey, let's go get us a biscuit, and we finna go crawl up a tree in the back of a lake here. We're super dry this year. This is as dry as I've ever seen it this late in the fall or early winter. So let's go get them. Sun just coming up. Got a place here right down the road from where I hunt at, y'all, that makes the best biscuits. I don't know if you've ever seen this place. If you've ever been down 330 between Bruce and Coffle, you better stop, because Mr. Joe has got some of the best biscuit, and he's one of the hardest working men I've ever known. That's uncut. He's about to work himself to death, but he's never been scared of work in his life, and he's been rewarded. He's done good, but man, he's put a lot of hours in them stores. I probably could have rode my four-wheeler in here half the part of the way, but it's been on the backside of this hill. I'm going to be over in the big holler on the other side. But man, I've been walking all year. I ain't gonna tell how many miles I put on. I know probably a couple hundred with this pack on my back. Yeah, I feel the best I've felt in 15, 20 years. Lost weight. Man, just feel good. Feel good for a 56-year-old man now. Some nights that I'm dragging a little bit, but man, I feel way better. Yeah, that's what I told my wife. I said, I've been busting my tail and do this. I think I'm just going to add some years on my life, and I'm doing what I love. But now, is it easy? Heck no, it ain't easy. So let's go see when we get in here. Get one. Boy, still this morning. I got set up. Man, it's perfect. Like I said, I'm on private lands. I trimmed several trees, limbs here. I got it where I can see it here. And as dry as it is, they love to come get a drink of water. I don't think the water goes very far. I believe if they come get water, I can see them. But we cut the timber out of the back of this lake several years ago because they use this lake for irrigation. They built the levee up where it could make the water level higher. So, man, I sure think a beckon's gonna come walking right around the edge of this thing because it's so thick around it. So let's wait and see. No, if you hungry, eat that bottom. Text from Sandy. She texted me a while ago and I didn't see it. It said bullets. Then she said, never mind. So I keep it all right there for her. Well, she just texted, said, big buck down.
Well, I got me a deer. But, whew. Nice little walk down here. My first Mississippi buck for the season. Nice little basket 8-point. It's a big old body deer.
Stickled there with it. Put a good shot on it. Oh, that's what it took me a while to get her to learn to shoot them through the shoulder. Put them down in the field. Or put them down and where you shoot them at. Especially if you got time and you can see that shoulder good. Let's get Dad's old gun back out here and try it again here. Like I said, I'm going to be in the pine trees today. I got just a little while I can hunt this morning, so see if we can get it done. Alright, I was just going to stay till 9 o'clock. We got a Christmas with the girls and stuff, our side family, at lunch today. But y'all, one thing about my dad, I remember Christmas. You know, Christmas is, they just not sort of the same without him. I can remember the grandkids, he always liked to aggravate them, just yah with them, and they would yah back with him. He always got fireworks. He always loved fireworks. He always got a sort of one of his assortment packs of fireworks for Christmas every year. That was just something he done, and the kids knew it, and they loved to get out there and shoot it with him. How about y'all? Do y'all remember something special about the mentor in your life? Something that he or she done that sort of stands out? Like I said, leave it in the comments. You know, that's what this show's about, is remembering them. Like I said, this old gun, one thing about it, it's never been easy for me to kill a deer with it. But there's one thing my dad always used to say. He said, if there's something easy in life, it's not worth having. And y'all, that's so true. That is such a true statement. If you don't have to work for it, if you don't have to appreciate it, it's sort of give to you, just like hand it to you in a silver platter, you don't appreciate it. It's like he said, it's not worth having. So, hey, let's go do this Christmas. Here's a few scenes of him just sort of aggravating the kids, playing with them.
Watch it, Jane. She's trying to talk. Right here, Jane.
Watch out! I don't agree. Oh, that thing was running from 2
You get them all popped. I popped one, too. There one.
Whoa, that was bright.
Like I said, it just brings back old memories, y'all. It does. So, but after that, I'll be back in the tree, and I'm finna kill a deer with this gun. I'm finna kill a buck with it. It's just a matter of time. But like he said, if it was easy, it wouldn't be worth having. So I know it's not gonna be easy, but I'm gonna keep grinding, and I better get down, because I told my wife I'd be back at a certain time, and she's going to be yelling at me if I don't. Then to head back in here this evening hunt. We had our Christmas, basically our stay last night, from my side. Yeah, one thing about, like I said, my dad was always a special part of Christmas. Like I said, he always loved to play with the grandkids, so. Like I said, I've got one grandson right now, but I got another grandchild on the way. And Deanna's told us a week or so ago, hey, got another one due for next year. And, well, I guess one thing I see, you see stages of life the older you get. You know, I can remember when I was a kid and my granddad shot fireworks with him. He always smoked an old cigar. We'd light them firecrackers off that cigar. Oh, then I had kids, and my dad played with them. You know, and then like yesterday, I remember I made a point to really spend time with Miles. That's my grandson.
Hey, what you doing?
Let's go this way. Come on.
Bear, get out of his face.
Come on.
And fool with him. So, you know, because there's going to be one day I'll be dead and gone. Hopefully, he'll see me in these videos and stuff, and, you know, it'll really bring back memories. So, you know, that's one thing I have to say. Video a lot of stuff, y'all, because it's precious. The one thing about the video, instead of pictures, you got the audio. You got their voice. You know, my dad had a distinct voice. You know, I can still hear it in my head, but when you hear it on that video, you got me, man. I hadn't heard that in a while. It brings back a lot of memories, just like an old gun does. So let's get in here. And Sandy shot that deer. I cut the hocks off of it and put them in the freezer. I'm finna put them where I go in, right where I can go in there, and I'm gonna put one there, and I'm finna put one around the edge of that lake. I plan on hunting this in the morning too, or if I don't get one in there today. So let's get in here, and you know, I guess what I'm saying is that bring back memories of y'all's mentors, your role model, Christmas. Like I said, leave comments, y'all, and I want y'all to read comments, because you know this show is not all about my dad. It's about all the role models, good role models in our life that's passed a lot of, you know, good stuff down. That, you know, it's our job to pass it down to the next generation. So good values, I guess was the word I'm trying to say. So let's hike in here. Got about a half-mile hike, so let's go. Alright, I moved down just a little bit. I was on that point the other day. Main reason I did, where I can see up in holler. I come around up that side. I can still see all the lake out here. I just can't see the pond levee. Like I said, it's a little late to see it, but I'm really setting up for in the morning. Dogs eating over there tomorrow. A lot of times these dogs, especially if you have a good bug, he'll run to water. And dry as we are this year, there's not a lot of water. So, and like I said, if we get one chasing a doe, it's like a perfect spot. So, like I said, the sun's just set, so I ain't got long. So let's see if something comes in here and seen it. Heading back in this morning. A little bit later than I wanted it to be. I want it to be in a tree right now. Maybe 15-20 minutes I'll be in there. Well, y'all, how many of y'all ever leave your gun or weapon up in the tree and everything? I was like, I'm going back in here. I'm bad to do it a lot of times if I'm in there a little ways. I leave it dark and coming back in at daylight. So just leaving comments. I'm curious how many know y'all left your weapon in the tree overnight. That might be the first night the Dad's old guns ever been left in the woods overnight. But maybe I've done that several times and killed a deer that day though. I just sort of think it's lucky when I do it. I don't want to have to tote it in the dark. So let's hurry up and get in here. Just had to go running across up near that lake. I don't know what they were, if it was a buck or doe or just two does. I might have got him on camera a little bit. I didn't grab my gun. I knew, I wasn't filming. I'd have I got my gun up. Maybe they'll come back out. It's a good sign I finally seen something. What dog's easing up here today? I ain't really heard none barking. I thought I heard some way to the north earlier. And like I said, some folks are against dogs. Some love to hunt with them. You know, it don't really bother me. Well, I've had a big deer in here and I was hunting and I knew he was in here. I don't really like dogs coming in here, but since I haven't been hunting that much in here, and you know, like I said, I know I've got about 4 shooters that I've had on camera, but a lot of times dogs are running a deer in from way off. That's one reason I'm hunting this water. A lot of times they'll run them and they'll come to this water, try to throw them dogs. We'll just sit back and wait and see. There's some dogs coming in from this way now. I'll be running when it comes in here though. It shows you how spooky our deer are. That doe we used up through there when she hit my stand, boy, she didn't look around, she turned around. But she didn't run far and then she slipped back around going the way she wanted to go. I don't know if that'd been a big buck, I could have shot him or not. I didn't never did really come out in the open. At least deer are moving. So maybe we got a big one to step out here somewhere. I believe this warm weather's affecting them a little bit, but like I said, I've seen 4. I've seen 2 cross up yonder and then 2 cross here, so debating on leaving my stuff here or because of all the rain's coming in here in about another hour or 2 hours. So I'm saying I got a couple of lock-ons and a climber in different places, so I don't know. Let's get down, let's see where we end up next. Alright. I'm gonna get back at it here, y'all. You know, when I got out of that tree stand the other day, it's been 2 days. I know when I stepped down out of that tree, I felt a little pain in my back. It wasn't bad. But now the last 2 mornings, I can't. Like this morning here, I'm going hunting. I'm going to go to a spot that I can't get up in a tree. Oh, but my lower back is killing me. So, y'all, one thing about a good wife, I can't even tie my shoe this morning. So I got somebody here's going to help me tie my shoe because I can't bend over. I bend over, I can't get back up. I don't know which way I need to get. I can stick my foot up in the chair, but that's about it. Oh. You know how to lace it?
Is there any rhyme or reason to this madness?
No. You got to get this outside one here.
I did.
No, that one.
No, there's a bottom. Okay.
Well,
it's already caught.
Well, somebody done messed it. Come back out. So you missed the bottom one there. The big loop on the outside right here. Just keep unlacing it. Unlace it to get back down there. It was there.
It was tied.
Okay. Can't see neither. So, yeah. I get going here in a minute, but I'm going to go to my old faithful spot this morning, old power line. Oh, I got a blind in there I put the other day, a hay bale blind. It took me and Sandy about 3 hours to put that sucker together. So.
You go all the way up?
Yeah. So, let's get at it here.
Got one done.
You know, one thing about life, it's just like the day I hunted. Man, I was fine. I think I stayed in that tree about 6.5 hours. Well, like I said, I don't know if I was standing wrong or something. I've had this happen about 3 or 4 times in my life in the last 5 years. Hit this lower back I catch, and it's like it's got a catch point, and I bend over, it catches right there. Standing up's not bad, sitting down's not bad, but trying to get up, I can't do it or bend over. You know, I guess that's what I want to say about, you know, Dad's old gun and his life. I seen his life sort of do like that. Man, he was tough as nails, never went to the doctor, never got sick. But then this later in, he just, man, he went down quick. So yeah, I've had a guy comment on the show one day, and he said, life can change on a dime. You're just one doctor visit away of ever getting to do this again, y'all. Because now this is usually generally our best week. Stay after Christmas. Especially we got weather. We got weather this time, and we're right on a full moon. And y'all, I really like hunting that. So, you know, one thing I'd say is, man, don't take life for granted. You know, if there's something you want to do, get out and do it. You know, it's just like me this morning. I'm hurting like crap, but man, this is something I want to do. And I know there's one day I ain't gonna be able to do this. You know, when you see that life cycle, you know it's gonna be you one day that's in that older stage, or something happened to you that you won't be able to do this. So I may be hurting like crap this morning, but I'm gonna stay at it. I'm gonna stay at it, and like I said, this place I'm going has been very productive over the years. These cool mornings, front just come through. We got sunshine, that barometric pressure coming up. Usually deer always like coming out on that power line and crossing it. Or, you know, like I said, we're right at the rut. There's a lot of does in there. Always a lot of does right in there. I usually leave it alone to this time of year, and so let's go see what can happen. Even in pain, going hunting's better than not being able to, y'all. So if you say you're hurt, you're like, man, I can't do this. Y'all, I'm in pain probably an 8 out of 10 this morning. It's hurt pretty bad, but you know, I want to do this bad. I want to bring this show to you and show you you can do it. So let's go. Had to cheat a little bit this morning. I rode the 4-wheeler in. Probably it's about 3/4 mile in here. I rode it probably half a mile. Bunch of deer tracks in the road since the rain, so that's a good sign. I know there's plenty of deer in here. Like there's a couple of big tracks, so let's get up here. I got 2 sides I can hunt. I ain't made my mind up which way I'm gonna go. Oh man, this old pack on my back. I know it's back there. I've toted this sucker. Shoot, I've got a couple 100 miles this year, and it ain't never bothered me, but man, I don't know if that's what's got my lower back hurting. But hey, I ain't gonna complain. Let's go. I'm going hunting. I've sat in this stand all day. I've seen a few deer, but not anything worth shooting. But I like doing some butt time every once in a while, just sort of see where they're crossing. Like I said, I was pretty sure they ought to cross here close. That's where I've killed several right here close before. So, got just a little bit longer. Probably sitting that's 10-15 minutes and we'll get out. So, if you don't see me again, I'm going to be in a different spot next time. Alright, y'all, I'm back at it this morning. Like I said, we're on a full moon, so I didn't get in here early. Here's today, I can tell there's a lot more shots mid-morning, midday. So, I didn't get in here. I'm on the other side this morning. Like I said, there's a bunch of tracks in the road here. It's been over my 4-wheeler tracks where I went out last night, so they in here. It's just a matter of time. I'm gonna get one across this power line. Let Dad's old gun do his job. So let's get out of here. There's some running tracks that's in here. It's a sign that's in here, Gerstein. That's a good sign. They're starting to chase. When you see them running, cutting, that's a real good sign. I like get a rain every once in a while too. You can tell if it's fresh or not. So let's get in there and sit and see. All my buddies are still in here. They ain't got up yet. All these daggum buzzers. They like roosting on these dang fire poles. Them dang stands under them, they make a mess. They crap all over them. Let's get down here and just hay bale blind. See if the day's gonna be today. Got a deer here already. Oh, we got a buck right off the bat, y'all. Look here. I just got in here. Oh yeah. Y'all. That's what I've been waiting on, y'all. I'm talking about I just got in the stand. Just got the camera set up and I seen deer movement. I couldn't tell it was a buck. Got on him. I'm talking about I ain't been here a couple minutes. Pretty little 8-point. Pretty little 8-point. Put the smoke in on. I heard that bullet say boom. He bowed up. Oh, ain't no doubt I got him. All right. Dad's old gun, y'all. Yeah. You know, life's all about making the right moves. I got out of the car a while ago. I grabbed my other gun. I done a take. I'm gonna show you the take I done. I got my other gun out. I love my other gun. I absolutely love that gun. I love shooting. But y'all, I got up the road there, finna walk into where I was gonna hunt at. I left my GoPro. The GoPro. I left the GoPro in the car. So I turned around like, crap, I gotta have my GoPro. I turned around and went back and got the GoPro. When I got to the car, I seen this old gun laying in the back seat. I went, man, I gotta kill a deer with this gun. I can't give up on it. Oh. And y'all, I got it. And I went back to the spot that I really wanted to go through this morning anyway. And boom, it happened. Boom, it happened, y'all. Man. Oh me, oh me. Let's get this camera here turning around. Alright. Man, y'all. We're gonna go look at him here just a minute. But y'all, this is what I've been. Man, I'm all emotional now. Because this old gun makes me work for one, y'all. I'm gonna show you every hunt I took with it instead of cutting to the short, quick hunts. Because I think it's, I don't know, 4th or 5th time I took it. I just couldn't make it happen. Just couldn't. But I took it for my dad, y'all. I took it for y'all's mentors. Because I knew if I stayed with it, it was gonna happen. Oh. Yeah. Let's just sit here and just for just a little bit, and we'll go look for him. Oh. I seen about where he went in. I'll replay the footage to make sure, but he humped up. I hit him back forward. I like her on that shoulder, but he was quartering away pretty hard. Oh. heard the bullet pump, and he humped up, and I think it did the number on him. Man. Yeah, I've hunted all year. That's the most exciting I got. I'm just talking about, I see movement down there. I didn't think nothing about it. I got the camera set up, because I just got this one set up. And I got it pointing that direction. I seen it was high, and I got it turned down. I got my gun up my scope where I could see him, and I seen him move again. Cause the grass pretty tall there. I seen him move again. I seen horns. I like, man, when I seen him turn, I like, man, he's good enough to shoot in here. Sit here and just sort of soak it up a little bit, y'all. Man, just sort of remember some of the old times I had with my dad. It wasn't all hunting. Cause like I said, my dad wasn't a big hunter. He made dang sure I got to go, because he knew I had a love for it. I did spend a lot of time with him hunting when I was younger, but after I got where I could go on my own, I pretty much went on my own a good bit. But man, I worked life. Like I said, I was almost 50 years old when he died, and that's going to be about 7 years in about a month. Well, a month and less than a month. 1 day less than a month, because he died the 26th of January. It's been 7 years, y'all. Gosh, time flies. Time flies. Like I said, this old gun, gosh, it brings back some memory. And y'all, I hope this show brings back memories for y'all. Because that's all we got of them, y'all. That's all we got is for memory. So, just sit here and reminisce about it. Yeah, it's right there. I believe you run in the woods right here. I'm thinking about that 30-30. I bet it didn't make him bleed much. Like I said, he went right in here. These woods are pretty old. Oh man, I see a white belly already. Alright. Oh yeah, I see him. I don't know if y'all see him yet. He's been here a little bit. He is down. Let's look at him here. Alright. Yeah, I don't see no blood. That's the only bad thing about a smaller bullet. Alright, he's got pretty good horns for Mississippi deer. Look here, y'all. Man, look at him. I hit him about where I thought. I hit him back, and it drove through the other side. That 30-30 put it on him. That's a good 3-year-old deer. That's what I was after. All right. All right, let me get my big camera set up. We got to do a talk on this, and y'all. All right, got my separate camera set up, y'all, for the second time. First time I didn't hook my external mic up, so I know the audio wouldn't be good. So I'm gonna do a retake here, y'all. That's one thing about filming. And man, an emotional hunt like this right here, it's hard to keep your mind straight and keep everything in order. Hey, a lot of times, hey, life can be like that. A lot of times life can throw some curves at you, and it can be tough sometimes, and it can be very rewarding sometimes. Just like, man, as soon as I seen that deer come out, I was like, man, I seen he had decent horns on him. You know, this is a good deer for around here. A good deer. When I seen him, he could come out, like I said, I just got the camera on and seen him. It was just perfect. But y'all, I've been struggling taking this gun, but it was my goal to take y'all along and kill a deer with this gun in memory of my dad and y'all's mentors. Because I know a lot of y'all is watching this show this late in the show. There's somebody very special in your life that meant a lot to you. That was a very good role model to you. You know, that's why I like taking that gun once a year and hunting with it, and shooting You know, this is the second buck I've ever killed with it, and last year's first buck I've ever killed with it. But I'm gonna try doing this every year, and it's for memory of my dad, and it's for y'all. It's for y'all to bring back good memories of whoever was a role model in your life. You know, 'cause that gun brings back, gosh, I can sit there and look at it. It just reminds me of it hanging in the gun rack. I guess what it reminds me most of, that gun, is hanging in the gun rack of his old pickup. He had an old single cab pickup when I was a kid that hung in it. That's why there's no bluing on the barrel. It rode in that pickup for many miles. But it brings back good memories, y'all. I remember him hunting with it some. I hunted with it a good bit when I was from probably 8, 9 years old to about 13 or 14 till I bought my own. I bought me an automatic, so that lever action. But gosh, it just brings back memories of more. Like I said, my dad, we hunted together a good little bit. He really got me going till I got where I could go on my own. But what it really brings back memories is all the times. Like I said, I was almost 50 years old when he died, and we basically worked together. I got out of college. I went to college 2 years and basically quit school because I knew I wanted to be self-employed. And he basically asked me what I wanted to do, and he helped me do it. He worked with me. We worked together. And we did up to probably the last 2 or 3 years of his life. And I told him, I said, man, you need to slow down. There's no need of working your whole life. But y'all, hindsight, I don't know if I was right. Because that's all he's ever done was work daylight to dark. That's all he knew. Now, he loved to travel. He loved to spend time and do things. I think that's where I've got that I love to travel and meet new people. But when he slowed down, y'all, man, his body just deteriorated. So, I guess one advice I'm going to say, you know, and I've basically, after he passed away, I've sort of molded my life like that. I had a goal young on that I wanted to retire young. What that means is you've got enough money to pay the bills, that you don't have to get up every day to a job and go work to pay the bills. After he died, I had me a goal, and it just took me a couple years. I was in pretty good shape, and I basically said, hey, I want to enjoy life. But that being said, I get up every day and do something. I don't have to do it. It's the key. I've got 3 or 4 or 5 different things I can go pick and do. So I encourage y'all, and I've had several folks. I had a guy mess me the other day. I was sitting in a tree stand when I was on one of these hunts here, and he best said, hey, I watch your show, I admire what you're doing, you sort of set me. I hope I can retire next fall at 50. That's been my goal, and I want to do like you. I want to start out west and work my way back east from Eastern Tennessee. Y'all, you don't know how that makes me feel. I'm hoping some of you younger guys want to set goals. Don't want to have to get and do a 9-to-5 job or 7 to 5, 5 days a week, and that's your life. Get out and enjoy life, y'all. 'Cause that's one thing my dad taught me: is work hard, but enjoy. Enjoy. But one thing, when he slowed down, his body just, I don't know if he's so used to working so hard, it just took a toll on him, and he deteriorated quick, especially in that last year. So I guess that's a reminder of my back hurting the last couple of days. I was fine when I sat in that tree stand all that day, but when I stepped down, I felt a little bit of pain. Next morning, I barely stepped out of the bed, and yesterday morning I had to get my wife to tie my shoes. You know, I was a lot better today, a lot better, and like I said, I'm a lot better right now. But you never know what life will throw at you, y'all. So leave me a comment. I promise you I'll read every one of them. Now, a lot of times y'all get in depth, and I want that. I may not respond back with an in-depth, writing back, but I promise you I read it. A lot of them are so touching. It brings tears to me to try responding back, because it reminds me so much of my dad. And I hope this show brings back good memories, so it reminds you of whoever y'all's mentor is. So that being said, because this is probably a long show, y'all, and I'm gonna show it all, because it's I worked hard to get this. Every time I did a talk, it had meaning to it, and I hope it relates to you. And hey, leave me a comment, give me a like. See you next time, y'all.